I thought this was a suitable music for two dimwits to get online. Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Slothead Cruise live with a very, very special guest. We got Shane from Hughes Garage.
Hey, everyone.
Not all adventures. And I don't know, can I move you around? Yeah, that's better because you're a little bit on the left side of the screen.
Oh, yeah, that's better. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Good composition.
Yeah, there we go. We're so artsy fartsy here today, but it's going to be one of those high class, high end productions going on for the next couple of days.
Yes, folks. A moment ago, we were oohing and ahhing at these fancy transitions. Very nice. Very nice.
So we got So first of all, thank you, Hughesy, for getting up this early. It's 3 a.m. your time. It's absolutely crazy. I was willing to even move it further a little bit later for us and earlier for you, but I guess what the heck? Let's go ahead and do it.
Yes.
We already got some. You got some Aussie friends, of course. Fox and Wolves. They're always up. They're vampires, I guess. And we got Bo, we got
Mo's here.
Steve.
Shotgun Dave. G'day,
mates. Look at that. Oh, I just literally, I think yesterday, I finally found this channel and subscribed. So,
good. Yeah. Dave's got his new room happening. He's been, enjoying that. Lots of content coming from him.
Exactly. And that's the fun part. There's so much fun things to check. So many fun channels and a lot of inspiration and so forth.
Yes.
And I just forgot. I'm going to do one of my fancy switches here with my look at that. And then
look at that nice dissolve. Now what's that? Oh, is that a sticker?
That's a new sticker. I had a second one made for Lucifer, a little bit more fancy with a little holographic action on it and a better picture of Lucy.
Shiny.
Yeah. So that one is coming your way, and I'm also sending to others that have sent me some stickers. And I just received, like you did on your little update from Ryan, P&W Slot Card ad, the Slot Cards for Life. I don't have the cameras on it, but they're on my track now, Ryan. Thank you so much. I know he's going to watch afterwards. He's probably at work right now.
I stuck mine on just a few hours ago.
Yeah.
From Ryan and some others. I'm starting to run out of space.
Yeah.
Actually, I have run out of track space, so I'll have to put them elsewhere now.
I'll be in your forehead, and you can always. Well, so first of all, this is going to be very awkward. I'm such a big fan of your work, Hughesy. It's been absolutely so much fun to watch your videos, and I can literally say I've watched your videos from number one and gone through them, and every single one, and I have so much fun watching them. It's you do it with such great humor, and the cinematics, and you also take a little bit of that. How should I call it? Not maybe a stigma, but the stick up your assness of the hobby. I mean, you can do, you play around and have some fun, because some people take it so serious. Like, oh no, you no magnets this, and we have to 4.5 millimeter this, and I'm like, what? I'm just here to have some fun, and your videos are just that. There's like, and sometimes you goof up, and you're like, okay, whatever. No, we try this instead, and it's really been hilarious. And for me, it started with the Carrera Go track that I bought on Costco. They had it for Christmas one Christmas, and
did it have loop-the-loops?
Yeah, exactly, with Fruit the Loops and Up the Wall and all the things. And I'm like, oh, that could be fun. I'll buy one, and we can race a little bit when my daughter is over here over Christmas. And then I went on the interwebs and the webstagrams and what have you, and start searching. And in YouTube, it comes up with some garage guy, and I'm like, what is this? Okay, let's go and check it out. And it was one of your early videos. And I'm like, no, wait a minute, what is he doing? That looks a lot of fun. And that's kind of where I fell down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
and started to buy the 132 track. I started to buy Carrera cars, and then you started finding out some Revos and SR cars. And I'm like, yeah, well, I need to get some of those as well. And then, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. it's it's a rabbit
unfortunately,
hole, all right, and it doesn't seem
yeah,
to end.
but it's really so it's a fun hobby, and I thank you for dragging me in.
You're welcome. Thanks for that. Yes.
Yeah, that's it's I'm sure there's got to be other people than me that have been inspired by your sense of humor and kind of easygoing attitude to the hobby. You know, it's you're supposed to do whatever you want to do and have fun with it. That's, go ahead and do that. So
Yes, look, it can be so much more than just a track on a table and cars going around and around. If that's what you want to do, that's great. But
yeah.
I always look, because when I was between the age of 9 and 13, I had model railways,
Hmm.
and at 14, I had my scale-electric. But I always thought, what if you could take the scenery from the railway and make slot car scenery? And
And
finally, several decades later, I got to see what that's like, and I'm undecided whether it was a good idea or not.
now we have a table full of scenery with a
Yeah,
little bit of track in it.
let's go for a walk. Yeah, it's a little. It.
Oh,
I
this
think I
is
might have overdone it a little.
this is this is just so much fun. And this is your version too,
Yeah,
right? This is your
this
table
is, and I
too, because
won't be
you.
changing this one. This one will be staying. Let me just get that back on there. Yeah. And I'm 9 episodes away from coming up on 100th episode. So what I'm trying to do is get the whole room and all the little extra scenery bits I've planned on doing done by then. So that'll be like
Ah,
the finale, the finish of the slot car room. And here's the tentative plan. I'll have a little break after that. And what are we going to do next? We're going back into the garage where it all started.
ooh,
Now, those mountains of doom are still there on
yeah.
the wall waiting to be used for something, and that's all I'll say at this time.
Well, I think I can guess, but I'll keep my guesses for when we're offline. I think I know what's coming, but I'm really looking
Maybe.
forward to it. But you have so many fun areas in your track with the poop chute, and then you have the mine, and it's just like mind blowing. And the first one of the first things that got me, because I was not a scenery guide, never, would never gonna happen. But then you did the Mad Max inspired area,
Yeah.
and then I went, yeah, maybe that's something. So I made my little corner with a little bit. I called it Gaslands, and with some lizards, some snakes, and some rocks and abandoned
Mm.
containers, and a little bit Mad Max inspired. But that was just purely inspired by your Mad Max corner. So
Oh, that's cool. Well, you've got a background in professional photography, so, and you would know that I like to make those cinematics from time to time. So everything you're doing, it's knowing, well, what's it going to look like when we get the camera down there at track level?
yeah,
We want to see all that spectacle over and above us as the
yeah,
cars are being, chased around with the camera, and it works. And
it
those
does.
cinematics every couple of months or so are just to show off the latest scenery, really.
Yeah, and I love them. But you know what my problem is? I do the photography and the videography on during the days, whenever I'm working, and then when I get home, I don't want to do that because it's work for me. But I can do other stuff like what we're doing now, or when I'm
Yeah,
doing my track. Then it's not work, but taking up all the big gear and doing like with rails
yeah,
and all that.
you've got
That
to
is like,
be in the mood for it, because people don't
yeah,
understand the actual shooting. You're shooting miniatures, and you've got to do all these awkward stretches to get the camera under the bloody bridge, and then
yeah,
the cars don't go where you want them to, so you got to reset and run around back and set it up again, run back, start again. and then the camera battery goes flat, and then the light goes boom.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, just imagine how it is when you do it real scale with a big production, and you have tons of
Exactly.
people
Yeah.
costing
Yeah.
money. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm heading back to the US next week on Tuesday for more work. So
Right.
that's a good thing. I get to travel a little bit. So now I only do the fun parts. Is I'm supposed to be retired, but I still do
Yeah.
the fun gigs, and then
Excellent.
I gotta have some fun.
Yes.
What you do? I mean, literally on your last Saturday video, you got challenged by Shane, and you showed cat litter. And it was so much fun because in one on the Aussie show before, you were challenged. Oh, you could show cat litter and people will enjoy it. I said, yeah, we did.
Well, I cheated. I already did that before. I just went, oh, I know what to do with that.
Oh, I gotta show you one thing here. Let's.
I don't know how I'm actually getting away with that. I don't know why YouTube hasn't shut me down yet
Yeah,
sometimes.
well, and I think the key, at least as a viewer of your channel and as a subscriber, I think it's your personality and your humor. I mean, you could put up like half an hour of cat litter, and people would just go, "Oh, this
I'm
is
not
typical
I'm
you,
not gonna do
Husey. This
that.
is so much fun," you know.
Yeah.
And even simple videos when you're just hanging around doing, oh, I'll do a little bit of that, and I'll do some laps, and those are also enjoyable because you're kind of like hanging with you without being there. But you're still there. So
Excellent.
yeah, that's the fun part. But I've had one picture we needed to show. Let's see how that works. If I do this and then do this and do that, no, I need to do this and that. They are cute and seem harmless, but they are loud, incredibly expensive to keep, and absolutely untrainable. The other
And
one
the
is a
other is a
kangaroo.
kangaroo.
Yeah, I thought that was so funny. So someone that actually does know a lot about kangaroos is you. So tell us all about them. We know the other one.
Well, they're fun. The
Yeah,
ones in captivity.
yeah,
You can go up and pat them because they're tired and they've probably been drugged or something. I don't know what goes on in those zoos, but yeah.
yeah. But they
But
can be feisty, right?
in certain parts of Australia, they vastly outnumber the people population, and particularly on the highways, they tend to just suddenly decide to cross the highway without any warning, and gosh, some
Yeah, we
very
have the
nasty
same.
accidents happen.
Yeah, we have the same problem with the regular deer and further up north, reindeer. They just
Right.
get,
Oh,
dusk and dawn. You have deer coming in front of and even worse, we have moose, like
you
big
got
ass
you got
moose.
reindeer.
Yeah, we got reindeer. We
Does
literally
that
we do.
does that
But
mean you've got an actual Santa as well?
well, we do not claim to have Santa. Finland claims to have Santa. They have Santa in a city called Rovaniemi, which is above the Arctic Circle. So it's way
Right.
up there. And they
So he
have a
sneak
whole Santa village and Santa,
right,
kids.
and then he sneaks down and steals your reindeer, and
Exactly.
wow.
Oh, that's no, but it's we do have a lot of good stuff to hunt. Like we have wild boar, we got deer, we got moose. When you shoot a moose, I mean that's meat for a full year. Yeah, I mean they're big, they're monsters. And if you hit them with a
What
car,
does moose meat taste like? Don't
it's
say chicken.
everything tastes like chicken. No, it does not taste shit like chicken. It has a how should I describe that? It has a pretty
Anything like
intense flavor.
venison?
Yeah, something. Yeah, not
Okay.
in that direction. Yes, a little bit. You can really have a pretty tough taste, and some parts of the meat that is really tough to eat. So you can do like stews, and these
Right.
boil it for 4 hours in a stew with carrots and broth and so forth, and it's really good.
Wow.
But then you
Awesome.
have the fillets, which are really nice, really nice.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, but and that's that. And you also have a music career. That's the part. I mean, I didn't get in the beginning. You had your guitar in the background, and all of a sudden you release a song, which I mean, which was awesome. Like the Slot
Uh,
Cars song, the anthem.
just a little bit of extra fun. If you got it, use it, you know. No,
Yeah, yeah.
I started off in broadcast television production, doing post production, all the video editing and special effects, digital effects, sound, lighting, the whole bit. Did that for a number of years, but I always wanted to be a studio audio engineer. Ended up leaving
Ah.
TV, did that for about 5 years, mainly doing radio production and stuff around the country. And then I always thought, well, uh, at at the place I was working, I seemed to be doing everything, but getting paid a meager wage. And it struck me one day, why don't I go and build my own studio, start my own company, and actually pay myself the bigger wages? You know, why
Mhm.
am I working for somebody else and getting ripped off? And I
Yeah,
did that. And 27 years later, I sort of retired from it.
yeah, that's
It's
that, and
quite successful. So, but I was doing everything from recording local unsigned artists and album singles and that sort of stuff. But then there was the more high end stuff with ad agencies, TV, radio, sometimes independent filmmakers. You do film
ah, yeah,
soundtrack, lots, all sorts of work. And and I was recording my own sort of music along the way. I had bands and everything. And when was it? It was back around 1993. We were this close to a major recording deal, but the industry had just gone into that what they call the grunge era,
ah,
and
yeah,
radio and the record labels just pulled the rug out from the style of music I was doing at the time. And yeah, they weren't signing any more of that stuff. Those guitar freaks in the late '80s ruined it for everybody. They just went a bit too far, and the industry was just sick of it. And they very happily pulled the rug out from it underneath everyone. And yeah, it was just all a whole new kind of music industry. So I thought, well, and that was a couple of years later when I started my studio business. I thought, well, if I can't do that, I'll start a studio. And that was the better choice because you're not, touring endlessly,
yeah.
you know.
But you got the Australian music scene. There's quite a lot of good bands that come from Australia. I mean, starting with like what do you call it? Oh, the safety dance. Who did the safety dance? Men on the boat.
Men without hats. I
Yeah,
think that
men
was
without
over
hats.
your
Yeah,
way, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah, exactly.
They were from you guys. I had that. I had the big 45, the larger size LP vinyl, and I don't know where that got to. That was awesome.
Yeah, and the Midnight Oil.
Oh, they're Aussie. Yes, yes.
Yeah, Midnight Oil in excess.
In excess, cold
And
chisel.
yeah, oh, now of course we have to mention the elephant in the room, ACDC. I mean, they're kind of Aussie,
And what about Sweden?
well, so Sweden. Well, and then you have one of my favorite bands before we move over to Sweden, and that's Airborne. Have you listened to Airborne?
Oh yeah, they're like AC/DC with
Yeah, but
more
the
distortion.
energy. If you're ever close and you can see them live, go and see them live. They're absolutely amazing. The energy they go in is just
Yeah,
fantastic. It's
flat
so much
out.
fun. But Sweden and music in is well, of course, we have ABBA. We can start there
Yeah.
with all the dancing queens and so forth. And ABBA's, I think ABBA's second biggest market besides Sweden was Australia. They
They
were
were
really
huge
pop.
down here at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. So,
Very
but
big.
nowadays we have a massive music industry, really, really big. A lot of songwriters that do these one hit wonders for they make songs for Ariana Grande, Britney Spears,
Yeah.
the Lady Gagas, the Madonnas, etc. of the world. So there's a lot of people that are now working behind the artists, and we just recently had who was that now? We had Ed Sheeran was here,
Right.
and then there's another famous one that just released an album.
Hmm.
Oh crap, my memory. Oh, big artist, and she had recorded the whole album here in Sweden as well. So a lot of people come here because we have a couple of good producers as well, Max Martin and
Yep.
so forth, that do a lot of good music. So
But you got a lot of good bands in Sweden. My favourite band out of Sweden at the moment is Amaranth.
oh yeah.
I've got about four of theirs, and
Yeah,
I think the singer Elise, she's got to be one of the best in the world at the moment. She's amazing.
and she's a nice person. I worked
Great
as
band.
a photographer for a lot of these bands. So I've shot
Excellent.
since I worked for Live Nation, the promoter that brings in artists. So
Yes.
every time they had a big artist like Elton John or Cher and so forth, they had a portrait session that they put up in the Wall of Fame. So I got to do that. So I
Hmm.
met a lot of these. Got to shoot
Excellent.
Ozzy Osbourne before he went away, before he passed away, and the same thing with Lemmy. I shot him like 2 weeks before he passed away.
Really.
So yeah.
Wow.
So, but still, it's been a lot of fun to meet all these people, and they're all human beings, really nice. Like there are
Oh yeah,
no
yeah. When I
no
was working in TV, we used to do the two different weekend, the video clip shows.
yeah.
And every when they were touring, they'd come in and we'd do an interview. And um, Elton John was one. I think the guy out of White Snake was another. I'm just trying to remember.
David Coverdale,
What?
yeah,
Yeah. And they, like you said, normal people. They walk in. We've got a job to do. We get it done. We're all professional. Bit of
yeah,
chat, da da da. But it's just go 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 go. There's no time to waste.
yeah. No, but that's I get that question a lot when you meet artists like that. Oh, are they difficult to work with? And do they do all kind of diva fashion? And I know they're professionals. I mean, they know
Yeah.
they have a job to do, and they get it done. It's just like you mentioned. I mean, and they're all
Exactly.
they have in their it's in their interest that everything turns out well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun. So Bo said, I got all ACDC albums, even the ones released in Australia. Whoa, which had the different songs on the vinyls. Oh, you
Mm.
see. And we got Slot Car
Yeah, I've
Hub.
been collecting a lot of theirs too. I only ever had a couple of them. I had the Back in Black, obviously, and
Yeah.
what else? I had the one after it for those about to rock, but I sort of got more into Van Halen at that point. That became my
Oh,
favourite band.
yeah.
But now I'm sort
Panama.
of going back and catching up on all these albums I missed out, and
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember when they did the cover of the "Girl You Really Got Me Now."
Van Halen, yeah, that was
Yeah,
on the
and
first album.
exactly, and this and the little snippet before was called "Eruption," which has
These, yeah,
famous
the
guitar
improv,
solo.
yeah,
I'm like, what is
yeah.
he doing? It was so we do
At the
this
time, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
at
the
the
finger
time.
tapping and all that. So yeah.
Mm.
So that's a lot of fun. But yeah, so clearly you can tell that you're great musician as well. I mean, not only a great
Well,
slot
yeah, you
car.
had to wear a lot of hats with the studio I had. It was a production company as well. A lot of time I'm writing the music for clients. I even did a lot of ads, jingles, believe it or not. Hundreds of bloody jingles, God. And don't ask me to, that's the
Yeah.
stuff you want to try to forget. But all sorts of things. But yeah, you'd have to learn your way around keyboards, and you'd have them midied up to all sorts of sound modules and virtual instruments on the computer. And but it's scary what's happening in that industry. I would declare it over because AI has basically replaced writers, even the musicians and the producers. There's a number of channels now you can see they're demoing it where they're using the software and they just tell it, write us a rock song about, jelly beans. And 30 seconds later, there's a fully finished, produced song ready to go on the radio. Lyrics, singers, it's conjured out of thin air. It's magic. There's no
Yeah.
musicians. It's just AI, and it's insanity. You listen to it and you think it's the latest big world class act. Where the hell did they come from? Thin air. It's
Yeah,
it's
but
over.
well, I don't think it's over because there's a lot of AI in photo and video as well, and people are
Yeah, I
scared
know.
a lot about it. But let's say,
Well, I just know how the corporate side of it, like auto tune, when it was introduced in the 90s,
yeah,
it was only introduced by the guy that created it. When you have an artist, a great artist in the studio, and you've just recorded a line and it's a perfect take except for that one note.
yeah,
But otherwise, the delivery, the inflection, everything's just, oh, that's going to sell a million records, that line alone. But that one note,
yeah,
auto tune was designed to let you just fix it, tweak that one note.
yeah,
And people said, oh, this is going to get abused, this is going to get misused. And people went, no, it won't, no, it won't. And today, oh my God, it's on every bloody thing. And
yeah.
I
But
see the AI being embraced the same way by the corporate side of things because they don't have to pay any producers or musicians royalties. So they're rubbing their hands with glee.
yeah, but I think people will now. In the beginning, it's all new and it's all fancy. This is exciting,
Yes, it's
but
going
it
to be
will.
a trend, but it
Yeah,
won't have a soul. And that's what I've discussed with
exactly.
someone. How many years will this take to run its course? Because it will
Yeah,
run its course. People won't like it. They'll get sick of it real quick. They'll
yeah.
want
Because
real musicians
that's
again.
that soul, the small imperfections. That's what
Yeah,
really makes it fantastic. That's what makes it interesting.
yeah,
There are
yeah.
several supermodels, like Cindy Crawford. You must remember Cindy Crawford because we're in the
Yes,
same age. She had a big moosh right here on her cheek, like a big birthmark here.
right.
And they, in the beginning of her career, they wanted her to take it out, and she's like, "No, this is part of me." And that's was what made her a supermodel because she had that one little imperfection,
Hmm.
and so you need to have that little bit things that are a little bit
Yeah,
crooked. That makes
exactly.
it human, and we humans, we tend to like that because when it's
Mhm.
too perfect, it sounds dead, soulless,
Exactly
and
right.
so yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be, yeah. So I think it,
I hope they get it out of their system real quick and we can go back to normality.
yeah, and then also, I mean, AI can only produce something from something that has already been done,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So they can only look backwards and say, okay,
Yes.
what can I do? And and
Correct.
so if, for example, if I invent a new gadget, it's this thing nobody has ever seen this before. This is
Hmm.
all brand new. You cannot ask AI to give me a picture of this because it
No.
has not existed, right? And the
You
same
have to
thing,
feed it. It has to do the learning, the machine learning and all
yes,
that.
but so you still need someone needs to photograph the new things
Yeah.
first, and then AI can do other
Mm.
alterations of it. And the same thing with music. If you all of a sudden invented a new style of music like grunge was back in the days,
Yeah.
well, AI could not have made up grunge.
Mm.
Some first you need to have the Soundgarden, the Nirvanas, the Alice in
Yeah.
Chains, and so forth.
That's an
Do a
interesting
little bit,
point. Yeah. But
yeah,
I was listening to a track on YouTube here just the other day, and I was going, "What a great track! This band is fantastic." And
yeah,
I went into the notes to see who the hell it is and where I could get it, and it was an AI track,
mm,
totally fake, and it had little imperfections in there. It was incredible. The singer was amazing, and they don't exist.
yeah. That's,
I'm like,
maybe,
wow.
how can we get AI into slot cars?
Oh, nah, we don't. We want to do it ourselves. Let's keep it out of it.
Exactly. But coming back to slot cars from our little detour here,
Yeah, we went off on a tangent there, but that was an
yeah, well,
interesting tangent. Very
it
good.
was, yeah. I'm sure there'll be more tangents before we're over, before we're done. But you've done cinematics, but which I love, and you do them really, really well. They're very entertaining. But then
With
also
very
this,
basic gear.
which is even harder, which makes it even more genius. So I like that a lot. But scenery, I mean, that's you mentioned that the how did you get? I can't remember. We talked about this before we went live, right? How did you get into scenery? How did you
Well, that
come up with the
harks
idea?
way back to the model railway, you know, age from 9 to 13, because I was doing
Yeah.
the paper mache mountains and sprinkling all the grass and the plonking the trees on and all that sort of thing, but not in a big way, not in an expert way. So, but with the slot cars, I've just been learning as I go, watching other videos like those early attempts on the slot car track. On, they're frightening to watch back. Some of that stuff's terrible.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
Just
let's
just
talk
just
slot
just a
cost.
matter of just giving it a go and trying different techniques and always having an open mind, always being willing to, you know, ask people for help. What do you show people what you've done? What do you think of this? How could I do it better? It's
Yeah.
funny, there's a lot of people that have that closed mind mentality and it's I've done this and it's as perfect and I don't need any advice, thank you. I'm thinking, no, how do you learn? How do you improve?
And that's the thing. From that's been a big motto for me, for myself. The day I stop learning, that's the day I start dying.
Yep, that's perfectly said.
Because it's there's always, if you have an open mind, willing to listen, take in some impressions, and listen, like truly listen to people,
Yeah.
you can learn so much. And as you're learning, you're evolving, and
And there's a lot
evolution
of
is good.
talented folk in our slot car hobby. Too many names to mention,
Yeah, but
um,
you,
but and the truly talented ones, they're quite happy to share their ideas or tell you, no, this is how I did that. Blah 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 blah. You just have to ask. Like, don't ask them too often; they probably get sick of you asking. But
yeah, no, but that's true
but
in
they're
this.
willing to help folk out and
Yeah,
at
and
least steer them in the right direction, and that's
yeah, because
really cool. That's a good thing about our hobby.
yeah, and I hope we stay there as well, because I mean there are so many other areas where, oh no, that's my secret sauce, I don't want to share that. And it's like, why? Even
Yeah,
if, I
why?
mean, even I mean, I looked at your videos and learned from your videos on how to do like a Mad Max area, for example.
Yeah,
So when I did mine is not even close to look like yours. So even if I, used all your techniques and the way you did it, it would still be a different layout that I do,
yeah,
and
it'll be
it,
you. It's your
exactly,
creation.
and it's not like it's a competition. Like at the end of the
No,
year, who has the coolest Mad Max area?
yeah, yeah. I don't really like that, but and just because you've done what you've done so far doesn't mean you can't strike it at some point when you figure out I got a better way of doing it. So you remove it, go again, make it better. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I actually did that this week. I had an old pit lane area with a one of those command booths where they have all the TVs and they're sitting there doing
Right?
their
Yeah,
strategies.
yeah.
So I did one, and it was too small in scale and it was ugly. So now I've started from scratch again. So now I've 3D printed a new one, which is in
Excellent.
132 scale. I've started painting it, so I have a McLaren and a Red Bull booth, and I have some figurines sitting in there, and with headphones on and so forth. So it's definitely possible, but then again, it's a lot of work done left. I need to paint more, get all the gray, the rust, and so forth. But that's also part of the fun. You get to spend
Mm,
some time with that. So
excellent. Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm starting to get into making the cars in a big way now. I've started off. My first attempt was simply to buy a Carrera dummy car. You can get these on eBay, usually from Germany, and they don't have a motor in them. They don't have a chip, but it's the rest of the car. But then you can put whatever motor in you like. Put the chip in, put whatever tires. I ended up putting a slot invasion guide. They're great. And this car, it's got what has it got? A Piranha Power 23,000 RPM motor. And boy, does this fly.
Oh
It's
wow.
way beyond your typical Carrera specification. But that was my first muck around. And then This was my first white kit. This is a slotted white kit, the Nissan Nismo.
Yeah.
And that
And
was my first attempt at actually painting a car body and then
yeah.
putting decals. I got the decals off eBay from someone in Thailand, I think. They're only $10 or $11 for the sheet. Cheap as, but they're good decals, and they didn't mind clear coat over the top. They didn't react, but
Yeah.
very happy with how that turned out.
Mm,
And then this one you would have seen recently. This a guy,
yeah.
local guy, Dave Volk, 3D printed the body, a classic Aussie HQ Holden, and the chassis. The motor pod is from a slotted Universal kit, but we've had to paint the inside, and goes fantastic on the track.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting point. I was speaking to Slot Car Wildman the other day, and we were saying, have you noticed these cars we're assembling ourselves actually tend to run better than the actual purchased ones? Why is that? What we figured out is you're having to assemble it from scratch in most cases,
Yeah.
so you're being meticulous. If you imagine the production lines for the actual companies, they're rushing
Yeah.
through what, dozens in an hour, so they're putting together real quick next. Whereas
Yeah,
we
that's true.
are slowly and meticulously assembling them, so when they're ready to go on the track, they are great. They're
Yeah.
better than normal.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I
that's
didn't
that.
realize that.
So that kind of it brings me to a kind of interesting or a question I had, which I find kind of interesting, is how we evolve as slot carers. I mean, if you look at yourself, what were the first couple of brands that you bought when you bought your track? What car?
Carrera.
Exactly. Me too. I
All
bought
Carrera,
Carrera
yeah.
cars. And after that, then you start
Uh,
buying.
I think the first non-Carrera was a Slotted,
Uh-huh, same here.
uh, and it was this one,
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, the new man. Oh, let me see.
and it was fantastic. I went, whoa! And I put a digital chip in it so I could run it,
Mm-hmm.
and it went great. And that's when I started buying more Slotted. I thought, these are awesome.
Yeah,
Um, but then I realized, okay, we really need to. This is going to cost a fortune with all these digital chips. Maybe I need to get one of these switching boxes. In this case, ended up with the Axle box, which has been fantastic. A year later, still going strong. No faults, no issues. Absolutely brilliant. And at the flick of a switch, as you know, you can run any analog car, any brand, and
yeah.
it's fantastic. Opens up a whole new can of worms. And at that point, I thought, well, let's try different ones from different brands, and then you get a bit addicted to it, and then you keep going, and then your wife starts questioning your credit card, and then you start, yeah,
Yeah, no, I have this very similar journey with I have like 40, maybe 50 cars that are digital where I bought, I bought easily 30 digital chips and I put them in, the slot eights, the NSRs
yep,
and scale autos that I bought. And I realized this is nuts. I mean, 10 of
yeah,
those is the cost of an axle box. So I finally
yes,
got in contact with him, and he put together a kit, shipped it over really fast. I installed it. Of course, I fucked up, but that's what I do. Uh, and because I followed the video and I didn't check it out, so my box has actually the switches towards the track.
oh, okay.
So I flipped it around, and I've hot glued and soldered and done everything, and I put the little piece in, and oh fuck. But it still works. It works, So and now I'm buying mainly analog cars, to be honest. I mean, they
Yep,
are. It's there's a slightly bigger, a lot of more of the brands like a Sideways or Avant Slot
yes,
and so forth. And it's really exciting to buy these odd ones because I'm like you. I've been through Carreras into slot hits and maybe some NSRs, and then you hit the wall on the digital side. And maybe you buy an odd Scalextrics and so forth, because they have some interesting cars
Yeah.
as well.
Yes, yes. No,
But
there's
now,
some
yeah, now
good
it's
ones in
all,
all the brands.
yeah. Now you can buy any car you want, and you can put it on track. And my little, because I've been watching your latest videos with the when you're building your cars, and also when you built the Mad Max car, your own version
Yeah.
of it. And I'm like, I'm not there yet, to, because you do, especially on that one, you do a lot yourself. I mean, right? So there are, easier white kids, and then there are
Getting
more
there.
difficult white kids, and
Yeah.
so I was actually out shopping, and then I found. Let's see, I can switch if I do this, and I do a camera change. I found, like a model
Oh,
kit.
okay. What scale is that?
This is 132.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm going to build that one, and then I also found. Well, I lost something. Can't be important. I found one of these old kits.
Wow.
So I'm going to build my. And this is 125, but it will go as a 124.
Yep.
Uh, but an
Oh,
old
good.
Mustang 71 Mach 1. So I thought, that I could probably do something like that. So I'm now eagerly waiting for Eric the Wildman's episode 2.
Yes.
But then I thought, well, I gotta have something like a chassis, and then I was thinking, should I go Hughes's way, and use like a slotted white kit, or so forth. And I thought, maybe not. And then I found a little eBay thingy, and then I bought these,
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
right?
Excellent. You're going to have fun.
But the problem is, this kit, let's see, it's not going to focus. This camera is all fucked up. You abused it. But this kit is from 1963, and
Wow.
it's all in its
Wow.
package. I don't want to open it now.
Okay.
and,
Yeah,
and
there's a dilemma.
and this one is from 1964.
And the packaging is in perfect condition, I bet.
Exactly.
Oh, you can't open those.
No. So now I don't want to open it, and even, and build my car. So I'm in a
Oh.
dilemma now. I don't know. Should
Well,
I
if
rip
if
it?
you if you wait for Wildman's video, or you could contact him, I think he's got a modern day chassis kit like that,
Okay.
um, for both the scales. He showed me something last week, so you can get them.
Yeah.
And then
No.
you don't have to worry about opening and destroying the vintage collectibles there.
Yeah, I didn't know they were vintage collectibles. I just thought, oh, great, a
They
brass
are
chassis.
now.
I'll buy it. And then it was like, no, that feels. I feel
Yeah.
I'm abusing it. But so yeah, so that's my next step now, is to try to build my own cars. And I remember from when I was
Excellent.
young, back in the 70s,
Yeah.
the Firebird and the Mustang, when they were new, 71, 72, 73, they were cool cars. They were,
They were
and
the
I was so
cars.
impressed.
Yeah.
The big engines, the engine sound,
Yeah.
and so I
Well,
wanted to
I'm
rebuild
I'm
those.
currently working on my first 3A3D kit. So here's the body just about done.
Wow, yeah, that's
And I'm
beautiful.
really proud of this. Yesterday I added
Hang on.
the exhaust, side exhaust. It's
Yeah, yeah,
glued
yeah.
in
Look at
there.
that.
And that's stainless steel. I had to cut it, and I someone told me to try getting a lighter and just lighting the end of the pipe for about 5 seconds, and it sort of mucks it up like a real exhaust. And I thought it
Yeah,
worked a treat. But
that
I got to
is.
make more for the back now. So that's coming along great. But I got to do what you're saying. I'm waiting on the bits to do the full chassis and the whole bit. So it'll be like a total build by the time it's done. And
Yeah,
you can't beat that moment when you put it on the track and do those first few laps of a car that you've totally put together.
built it from, because it's really. I mean, I get a little bit of that when I buy a new car, if it's a slotted or so forth, and I start tuning it. And I drive it first a
Yeah.
couple of laps and it goes like crap. And then I tune it, I true tires, I grease it in, and I adjust everything that I can be adjusted. And when you take it on and it's silent and it drives, it's such a great feeling of achievement. Look what I've done.
Yes.
And the same thing is even more when you build a car from scratch. It doesn't matter if it's not. It doesn't have to be the fastest of my cars, but
No,
as
it's
long
not
as it,
about that. It's about the build.
exactly the build and it's running smoothly, and
Yeah.
yeah. So that's my winter pro. Those are my winter projects to
Excellent.
build.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah. And it's
um,
funny how we all seem to arrive at this point. You
yeah,
buy the name brand cars, you buy probably far too many of them, but you do reach that point. You go, I think this isn't
yeah,
doing it for me anymore. I want to build my own now.
yeah. So on that question, so I want to ask you the forbidden question. Are you over 100 cars or are you over 500 cars?
Ooh, I'm over 100, but under 200.
Okay, so you're still, you're,
I'm
it's
still
kind of
I'm
like,
still an amateur.
it's like if you meet an old woman, you ask her, how many cats crazy are you? And, if they have like 10 or 30 cats, then you know how crazy that is. For men,
Yeah.
I think it's how many slot cars do you have? The more you have, the crazier you are. We are,
That's a good
instead of the cat
analogy.
woman, we
Yeah.
are the slot car men.
Yeah. Actually, I've been, going around the room going, do I really want to keep that one? Do I really need that one? I've got about nine I'm thinking of selling, but it's
You know
like,
what? I think
do I
that's a
really want to
good
sell
thing.
them?
Yeah, well, no, no. Now we're getting serious here. I have I have an opinion here.
Okay.
I think there are too many old farts like you and me and many others that we are hoarding cars. That are we are keeping some nice cars away from the youngsters or people that are new to the hobby. And if we
Yeah.
have cars that we don't care that much for, I think it's good to sell them because then they will end up in some other people, maybe newbies into the hobby and in their hands. Because I remember when I was new, it was it's less than a year ago. It was impossible to find all these cool cars. You only have
I
found
I looked forever to find that one. This is
you
the one I
see,
wanted more than anything. Couldn't get them. And then one of the subscribers found it for me at a dealer in New York, and it
yeah,
cost a pretty penny, but I got one and it's
but you got
great.
it, yeah.
It's great.
And maybe there was a collector like yourself who said, you know what, nah, I'll hand it over to the dealer and let them sell it.
Maybe. Yeah, and it was unopened actually. It
Yeah.
was original, but it was old stock, but it had never been opened. It still had the plastic seal and everything.
Yeah, but
I
there are
was
a
very happy.
lot of collectors that have their cars in boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't look at
Of
your own
course,
wall over
but
your
of
logo.
course, where I'm thinking I'd really like to head is to get to the point where I could create something like that. This is
Yeah,
Shotgun Dave built that for me. Bloody fantastic. But brass
that is,
chassis, the whole bit, like, talk about a unique car.
yeah, that's just unbelievable. That is so cool.
Like, if
That is so
that's,
cool.
where do you start to create something like that? Like, my God.
It all starts with an idea. It all starts with an idea.
And it's a fantastic slot car.
I saw when you were driving it when you got it you're driving it carefully in the beginning, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's I think that's amazing because now once you get into the building white kits and start custom building your own cars, there's no limitation to what you want to build. You're not dependent on, oh, I hope Slot It or NSR releases a Mustang Mach 1.
Yeah,
Now I can
exactly.
build one if I want one, or
Mm,
if you want a certain Holden or Falcon and so forth, you can build one. That's the fun
mm,
part.
exactly.
So,
What are some great Swedish cars that
well, we got
are not
two, Saab and Volvo.
Saab and Volvo?
Yeah,
So
that's
can you
about
get?
it.
I think Scalextrics are doing a Volvo
Yeah,
station wagon.
exactly. Now,
Is anyone?
there's one more brand, and it's the Koenigsegg.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, Google
Sounds
that.
like a
I think it's
sausage.
It's right now the fastest car from 0 to 400 kilometers per hour to zero. So it goes from 0 to 400 and 400 to zero, i.e., braking in less than 27 seconds.
What? 400 kilometers?
Yes, from 0 to
Holy
400,
moly.
and then to stand still.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Now,
it's
what does it
one of
look
those
like?
super hyper cars, and it costs
Okay.
you a fortune if they're hand built. And but yeah, Koenigsegg, it's one of those cars that's maybe Jay Leno has one. It's that
I
type of
wonder how
car.
many G forces that is.
That's crazy. But there's actually a YouTube video on it, with the where they're showing the 0 to 400 to zero.
Okay. I
Yeah,
have to look
it's
that up.
yeah. I'll see if I can find the link. I'll send it to you.
So,
But it's
are any of the slot car manufacturers doing the subs? I can't recall seeing any subs.
I've never seen, yeah, and which surprises me. I would thought that some Spanish builders would do, because they're a lot into the rally cars in Spain,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
we had a lot
What?
of big, uh, really nice rally cars,
Surely,
and also
maybe
rally drivers.
What are they? Oh, I can't remember the name. Hang on.
Yeah, yeah,
SRC. I wonder if SRC have done any subs
yeah,
in the
yeah.
rally.
We got trucks, of course. We got the Volvo trucks and Scania trucks. Bo mentioned here the
Yeah.
Scania
Oh,
trucks,
yeah.
yeah. And Volvo Amazon, B-Rad comments Volvo Amazon from the mid '60s. Yeah, those are funny.
Anyway, we got a lot of
Yeah,
those Scanias down here on the highway and Volvos too.
yeah, they're apparently they're really good if you're into trucks. And the cool thing that I learned about the Scania trucks is that you buy it with a certain amount of horsepowers. And then let's
Right.
say that you're going to take it over the Alps and you need another 700 horsepowers. Then you can subscribe for 700 more horsepowers only for those hours that you're taking it over the mountains. So you just make a phone call. Can I have another 700 horsepowers? And then someone goes, yeah, okay, click, you're done. How does that work?
What?
That's just like,
Are these electric trucks by any chance?
nah, not, I think, nah.
I heard just the other day that one of them maybe one of the Chinese electric car manufacturers, they're doing something like that.
But
You
it
buy
can't
the
be.
car, you pay the huge price, but there's lots of headroom and you got to join their subscription to get the full power unlocked or some nonsense.
Yeah, but imagine the long hauls. You're going from Melbourne to Perth.
Yeah.
Good luck with the electric truck.
There's nothing out there. I've done the drive to Melbourne twice now with the guys. I'm going back in November, third time, but there's nothing out there.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
how far away are
highway.
you from Melbourne?
Well, I sort of go inland just before I hit Sydney. I start going inland because the guys
Okay.
are sort of more towards South Australia.
Okay.
That
Okay.
back end. It's not the back end, but it's just where Melbourne sits is sort of in the middle down there. So yeah, you really got to start going inland. So I take the Hume Highway. It's a popular one, but there's nothing. It's just highway and kangaroos that jump out when you don't expect it.
And then you also have the longest fences in the world, with keeping the coyotes and wild dogs and rabbits away from farmlands. So there's like
Yeah.
massive
Well, I
long
don't know if we
fences.
got coyotes.
No, but you got the dingoes.
Dingoes, that's the
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the dingoes, but they have, I think, the 3 or 4 different, like 1,000 kilometer long fences to block out the rabbits and so forth from
Yeah.
farmland. So yeah. Oh boy. So do you have
It's
any
it,
favorite
it's a
brands that you like to collect?
it's a big company. Big country. Once you start
Yeah.
driving those highways, you're just like, where's it gonna end?
Yeah. So tell me, which brands do you like to drive, and which brands do you like to collect? Do you have any?
All right. I like to drive the NSRs.
Yeah,
I like to collect the. Well, that's a toughie. It'd be a tie between the Sloddits, the Pioneer, and the Revo slots. Now,
yeah,
I also like to drive the scale autos. They're fantastic. I'm really liking them lately, especially those new Cadillacs. They're fantastic.
oh, you know what?
Did you get one of those? Oh yeah, you've got the new Peugeot. So
Oh
what do
yeah,
you think? Is it as good as the Cadillacs? Ha ha
yes.
ha.
The thing, it has the Pro chassis, so
Yeah.
it has all the same goodies as the because it's the Scale Auto Pro, both the Cadillacs and this one, and yeah, this one I loved. I had the Cadillac and I love it, and then I bought this one. I love it just as much, and now I heard that they're coming out with the BMW version of it as well
Wow. Oh
in the
yeah,
same.
yeah, yeah. I want to get that one. Yep, yep, yep.
That one I've seen some pre-production or prototypes of it. It just looks
Yeah.
amazing. And then
Yes.
before the Cadillac, they had the Porsche, which is the largest one of them.
Yeah.
So I don't have the Porsche, but I'm considering getting one. So I have one of each brand.
Uh, oh,
The one with the colorful.
that one.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So
There's these, and then
you
there's a
got it, you
gold
little
one,
bastard.
and then there's the one with all the colors. Hang on.
Exactly. That's the one I want to have. The Pride version of it.
So there's the gold one. That's a nice car. Goes great.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah,
And then you've got
yeah,
that.
I like that one. And apparently there
Oh, and
was some.
hang on, hang on, hang on. Now we're going to show off. Show off.
I regret this already.
We've got the box, the special box two in a
Oh,
box
you
set.
had the 2-pack as well.
Yeah,
Oh
the
man,
box is over on the shelf there. This is the innards, but
that is a
yeah.
nice one.
And these are
That is,
fantastic cars. Absolutely brilliant.
yeah,
Yeah, they're quickly becoming my favourite brand. It has been NSR, but Scale Auto are really, really bringing their A game.
yeah. But you're buying their top of the line as well, the Scale Auto Pro, those
Yeah.
are really the top of the line. So, oh well, Bo said, now we know where all the pro racer slot cars went.
Yeah.
They went
But
to you.
then I really, really like these fly rally cars for something different. They're loads of fun.
They are, but the fly car. I got 12 fly cars. They are a set Playboy fly cars. So there's a
Right?
Playboy bunny for on each one of the cars. So there's like a Victoria Silverstedt. She has a Porsche 911, and then you have all these bunnies, one for each month, and they look awesome on the outside. Inside they're crap. So you have to do a
Oh,
lot of work with them, like changing the
yeah,
pinion, the crown, the spur gear, and axles, and so forth. But once
yeah,
you do that, they're really a lot of fun.
yeah. Same. They ran okay, but they needed a little tweaking, and
Yeah,
they came up really well. They're lots of fun.
yeah. Oh, well, that's the fun part with. Do you have any cars that you collect and not, that you buy and maybe not so much for the driving?
Maybe probably the BRMs. I don't like. I run them occasionally,
Yeah, yeah.
but I feel they're too good to put on the track because they're bumping against the
Oh
guardrail,
yeah.
and you think, oh.
Ah yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I don't have any.
the middies are good fun. You can zip them around. They're great.
Yeah, 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 look at that.
124 scale.
Yeah, I don't have any BRMs yet, so that's those are
And these NSRs are a favourite, the Yarbaths.
Abarth. Yeah, they're.
They're
I don't,
great
I
fun.
don't like the size of the box on them, but the car is cool.
The new boxes, I don't know if I like it yet.
Yeah, no, I mean, I made up my mind. I don't. Oh, but that brings us into a question I had. Uh, I showed off my little sideways bunnies and girls, and one of the girls didn't have her own car. The Playboy bunny had, of course, her Playboy car, and then the Red Bull has a Red Bull car, and then my
Right.
poor little Valvoline girl, she didn't have any, and then you were really fast at showing off that you had some Valvoline
Yes,
cars. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes. I
But
thought
now
this'll prompt him.
I've solved that now. So now I have a one of those Valvoline Marcos. That's what I
Nice.
the Revo slot. But
Good choice.
yeah, but I struggle a little bit with these Revo slots. I have the Ferrari F40 as well.
Yep.
And yeah, if I drive slow, if I do my Morgan Freeman impersonation and do Morgan Freeman in Driving Miss Daisy, then they're great. But I can't really get them to drive.
On the Carrera track.
Yeah, they struggle a little bit
Yeah.
for me. And
Well, I could suggest you try the swap the rear tires with their super grip tires.
ooh, that's a good idea. So they actually
Yeah.
sell the super grips.
Yeah.
That's a good
Um
idea. I knew I should ask.
they're very slippy slidey on the Carrera track, but once you can sort that out,
It's,
or if you want to go all out, paint your track. I'm considering that. So I went over Dan from Slot. Oh God, sorry,
and off he went.
Garage Slotnick. I always say Slotnick Garage. Garage Slotnick, and
Yeah.
he had the same two Revos I had, which I haven't been too that fussed on. He had the
Hmm.
same cars. He had painted his Carrera track, and they absolutely flew, and they were not coming off. They were great.
Yeah. So
And
it's
I'm
that.
going, what have you done to these cars? Nothing. I've hardly run them. I'm like, they don't go like this.
Yeah.
But it's the Carrera track has a lack of grip, I feel. Maybe because it's a bit more rigid.
Yeah.
But swapping those tires out helps a lot. It improves the grip and you'll enjoy them a lot more. And of course you got to
I,
sort of tweak them and work on them. But
yeah.
that's
I'm
part of
gonna.
the fun. They do go fantastic when you get them nicely set up. They're pretty unbeatable, really.
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's a solid car. I mean, like the quality of it,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's just that it's fishtailing so much, and it's slippy sliding, and I've driven a lot of cars through my years, and no
yeah.
car
I know exactly
compared
what you're
like that.
saying. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to keep it a little bit realistic.
Persevere, persevere. You could try popping the magnet in. They supply a magnet. I usually put it behind the motor and it works a lot better on the
Yeah, mine
Carrera
is
track.
right in front of the engine, right motor
Yeah.
right now. So I probably need to
It'll
move it
help a
back.
little bit. Like
Yeah,
on wood routed tracks, it's a totally different dynamic. They go great. You don't need magnets.
yeah,
They grip okay. They're amazing. But they just seem to be a bit. They test your patience on a Carrera track.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they feel like it's a high quality car, and then when it's not behaving like one, then you get a little bit disappointed. So
Exactly. And the
uh,
price, you're thinking,
yeah,
well, all these others out of the box, they're wonderful. What? Yeah, you've got
yeah,
to work a little bit for it, but the payoff is awesome. Trust me. Once you get them
yeah.
set up right, they're fantastic.
But my latest surprise of a new brand is the sideways.
Yes.
These sideways Ferrari 296s. They are absolutely flying on the track. They're awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, they are
Okay.
so, and they're detailed. I mean, amazing details on the body, and they run really really well. They are
All
up there
right.
in the scale auto class.
Nice.
Yeah, I really like those, and I'm sure
Yeah.
they're on their way to Bonza right now as we speak on a
More than
slow boat
likely.
from China. So one thing that really amazes me as well is the slot car scene that you guys have in Ausland. You seem to have a really good community, and a pretty active community as well, with a lot of racing and so forth. And you also even have tracks all the way up and out in the outskirts, like in Perth.
Yeah.
And then also you have your little gang with DG and Hub and you, which is so much fun to watch every second Thursday, even though it's bugging me that it's not every Thursday, but it's always so much fun with all the banter, and which actually reminds me, oh, I have to do this image thing again. Hang on, I need a little bit of
Uh-oh.
preparation there. Let's see, let's do this. So people have to be patient, but it's worth waiting for. This has connection with both the Aussie slot car scene, and it has a connection to Australia. So
Ah.
let's see if I do this and technology, and then I do this.
Now what's the teddy bear? What is
Yeah.
Kylie doing?
She's enjoying herself, but not half as much as one of slot hub's teddy bears.
Oh dear.
I thought it was fun. I'm sure it was Hub that is behind this.
No, haven't seen that before.
It's one
What's
of
that
his.
hit song she had way back? That irritating thing. I should be so lucky. Wasn't it that one?
Yeah,
That's what
that's
comes to
true.
mind there. Good God.
Yeah, I love how you guys are so mean at Slot Car Hub. Whenever
Ah,
he's with all
no,
the
that's you're just seeing the tail end. He gives way more than he gets. Trust me. We have to listen to it
yeah.
all day, every day on the messenger. So yeah,
Yeah, no, as
it's
long as it's
it's
done
all
with
very
sweetheart.
even.
I love the one where you have him sitting on the crapper
Oh, that's
when
funny.
he put
Yeah,
the head.
that was a good night, and everybody had to write the caption.
Yeah, that was so
That was
funny.
funny. There were some funny comments. So, yeah,
When you put him on the so that's the family guy, right?
yeah.
That's just hilarious. This is crazy. But every now and then, when he sits in his teddy bear room, he's got to have like a gazillion teddy bears.
Well, why he's not in the slot car room is the router extension out in the shed. It's not great. He keeps chopping out during the live stream, and I think he's done everything he possibly can, but it just keeps dropping out. So he's found that room gets him the best reception, and it doesn't drop out. So that's why
Maybe
he's in that room's that's the
you should
teddy
check
bear
that
collection.
somewhere in between that room and the router, there might be a kangaroo jumping up and down.
Yeah, well, it's probably his
Interference.
dog ripping the garden out again.
That's so funny. And the one thing I miss from you, you know what that is? King of the
Where's
Garage.
Petty?
King of the Garage.
Oh, King of the Garage! Wow,
Yeah, that was so much fun when you had you took different classes of cars, and yeah,
here he is,
exactly. There he is.
the
I mean,
DTM.
he needs to
Now
be
this
challenged.
this car, when I purchased it, was the worst Carrera car I had. Even didn't matter how slow you went, it would still come off on the corners. Turned out the tires were rotting, and the axle wasn't installed properly. But this is when I first tried those quick slick tires.
Uh-huh.
Having seen a video, people
Yeah.
tested different tires, and when I put on this, it totally transformed it. And then I put on a better guide, the Slot Invasion guide, and it became the fastest car in the garage. And it probably still is the fastest car in the slot car room. We'll have to do another one and see if that's the case.
Yeah. You have to at least bring out a couple of challengers.
We've got a few more cars to get through this time. When I did
Oh,
that video, I think I only had 13 cars, 13 Carrera cars.
yeah, now it's maybe one or two more.
Oops.
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 What happened? But you should at least bring, set him up against one NSR and one of the scale autos,
Yeah.
and you pick a
That
few.
Coca-Cola Porsche NSR, that
Oh
might be
yeah,
a challenger. That's fantastic, that car.
yeah. I haven't driven mine much. I'm keeping that magless. So
All
I
right.
don't like.
Yeah, no, get into it. It's a good car. Very
Yeah,
impressive. Yeah.
yeah.
I've got my eye on the new John Player special livery they're about to drop.
The
Um,
same
it
car.
look it looks gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. That
One
looks.
to
Oh,
have. Absolutely. And it'll be fast for sure.
yeah. Yeah, there are certain liveries that are a bit special. I
Classic.
mean, they're classic. Yeah, John Player. You have some of the Golfs and so forth. Some people are sick and tired of those, but I still like them. I did like the Coca-Cola livery on that Porsche as well. That was awesome.
Yeah, I wasn't sure at first. I wasn't going to get it, but then I saw the picture. Well, Hub sent me the pictures, and I went, "Damn you!" And I'm on the Bonza side. All right.
Yeah.
I wish he wouldn't do that. He does it every
Yeah.
couple of days. Look at these. These will be coming out soon. You need
Yeah.
to get one of these. Go and get one of these. I'm like, oh God, stop.
It's like a little devil sitting on his shoulders. Buy
Yeah,
it. Buy it.
yeah.
Oh, that's so much fun. But yeah, yeah, no. So you need to do some revival of the King of the Garage because you have so many fun.
That's an excellent suggestion. We will. I've got my TV set up properly and the software's all working again. You know
Yeah,
what though? Maybe you can answer this question because I just realized, does the software Smart Race still work with the axle box when it's running analog cars, or does it only work in digital mode? I've never tried it.
uh-huh. It works.
All
It works.
right,
So
it is on. King of the
yeah.
Garage 2 or
So
3?
the one thing is that you need to buy some of the options in the software.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. And
So
they're
you
cheap
because
as
there
couple of
you need
dollars,
to get
right?
the smart server. I think it's called
Yeah.
the smart server function. So whenever I have
I've
friends
got that.
over,
That's working.
okay. So if you have that, then you're all good to go. Let
Because
me
I've
show you.
got the I've also got the, you know how Carrera had the little the little gauge thingies that you'd put on the side of the track for
Yeah,
each
gotcha.
car.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got the Smart Race software instead using their server thing. It does the same thing. You can have that running on your iPhone while Smart Race is running on your iPad. And you can have
Oh,
one on
wow.
everybody's iPhone for each individual car.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I have that. So I have these holders. So I have these holders for iPhones. When I have 4 or 5 people over, they all can see their car.
Yeah. Isn't
Here,
that good?
yeah, it's really good. And then if you look at that in the, I think it's the opening page at the very bottom. There's analog mode.
Oh, so I might already have it?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I'll have to
And
look into that and see. And if that's the go, yeah, we can look at doing a new King of the, well, I have to call it King of the Slot Car Room. I can't call it King of the Garage because we're not in the garage anymore.
yeah, and then you need to buy one of those iPhone gantries from Magnetic Racing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because what you do is you put the phone on the gantry, and then the camera, it will have two sensors, or like
So
two
this
areas,
is for
one
the
and two.
analog mode.
Exactly, and then you
Oh, so
put.
it's using a different system. Okay, well,
Yes, you can.
I
You
can just
need to
plonk it
move
on
around
the
and
thing
place
I
the
got.
number one on track one and number two on track two. And whenever
Right.
something passes, it counts, and then it comes back on your regular server.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I'll
it's
figure it out.
it's awesome. It's awesome, and then you can use the smart race with digital or analog, whatever you want. Just
Okay. Excellent.
drive and have fun, and that's
Another
also.
trick I could do is simply chip each non-analog car as I film it. And that keeps it all in the same system and more fair because people go, oh, but that's a different system. You don't know if there's any discrepancies. Of course, there
Nah, I don't.
won't be, but
Yeah, I don't think there's much discrepancies. And shipping all of those cars, you know, when you can
yeah,
flick a switch. Oh, what's
true.
happening with this?
True. True.
Losing focus here.
And I want to film a Formula One car cinematic coming up. Definitely want to do one of those.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What's happening with my camera? I had one drink too many. I'm all
You've gone a
fuzzy.
bit fuzzy there.
It's an old Sony camera that I've used. I used a lot for filming, and I figured.
It's now Lucy Furry Raceway.
Oh, am I in?
Right, how is everybody out there? So who have we got? I'm just looking at the chat while you were doing that.
Yeah.
20, 23? Oh, Slot Car Hub's here. G'day, Slot Car Hub. What the hell are you doing up at 3 a.m.? Huh? B-Rads, Filthy Little Slots. That sounds like an interesting channel. Bo's still here. Slightly Mad still here. Stephen Greneau. G'day, Stephen.
What's going on?
Chris is here from Ohio. God, they're all over the globe at 3
Yeah.
a.m.
For you, for them, it's lunchtime, I guess, in the US.
Damn. So,
Fuzzy wuzzy. No, it's better. Yeah, Ron, Mike, so
hey,
fast.
Tom, did you sort it out?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is pretty good. It's good. It's as good as it gets.
Well, your chat's lively. Lots of chat and banter.
Yeah, they are
Shotgun Dave
normally.
is still here. Wow. Too
Bo,
fast. Mike.
Bo, Bo Mamo, he has always a
There's
lot of good information, a lot of
there's a
knowledge,
bunch. All
lots of.
right, moving along.
Moving along. Well, so for me, one question: what would be your tips or trick for a newbie who wants to get started with scenery?
Scenery.
They watch your episodes and say, "Oh, that looks cool. Where do I start? What would you?"
Well, first of all, the obvious, decide whether you actually need scenery. What sort of track have you got? What sort of
Yeah,
layout? Do you even need scenery? Because a lot of people don't bother. Some people don't even like scenery. Yeah, like I remember when way back when I did the Ferris wheel, there were comments like, um, "That Ferris wheel has no business being anywhere near that slot car track." And I
hey,
thought,
wait a
have they
minute.
ever have they ever seen Le Mans?
Exactly. Or right now this weekend they're racing Formula One in Holland in the what is it called, the Zandvoort. They
Yeah.
have a Ferris wheel there. There are many race tracks that have Ferris wheels. So yeah,
Yeah. Funny you mentioned Holland. I'd really love a Dutch windmill. I just got an Aussie windmill. I'd like a Dutch windmill up on the hill
yeah,
somewhere.
one of those old classic Dutch windmills.
That'd
Well,
be
maybe
cool.
well, talk to Magnetic Racing. I'm sure they can fix you up.
Yeah, I mentioned it. I don't think they thought I was being serious.
But they're great guys, though. They're really great guys.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you want scenery, I think my
Yeah.
first yeah my
First thought, do you really need it? And then
yeah
if you decide you do, well, the best way to have a successful result is to definitely have some sort of overall concept. What's your track about? Is it
yeah
purely a raceway? So that would dictate, okay, we'll make it very raceway centric scenery.
yeah
And that's probably the easiest scenery to do because it's usually, there's not a lot of stuff on it. Mine's the extreme. It's like the theme park theme, novelty, YouTube, everything in the kitchen. I haven't got a kitchen sink. I need to get one, don't I? Put a little kitchen sink somewhere, and then we've got the lot. But
maybe
yeah,
around the Hooters.
have come up with a theme that that's representative of your track, and you make it your own, and then just start looking up real. What I used to do is look up vintage photos of real tracks and see what like simple things like the guardrail, having a look at the edge of the road on a real racetrack to see that the guardrail isn't right against the edge of the track, it's set back a bit, and usually there's that, like the stones or ballast, there's a
Yeah,
little
a little
strip of
gravel.
lawn, and then there's the guardrail. So
Yeah,
getting that right gives you a sense of more realism, little things like that.
yeah. And
as
even,
many
I
real
mean, in,
as many
in
real world references as you possibly can. It helps a lot.
yeah. And then also you can start with, if you have a Carrera track, by your Carrera, the control unit cover, that gantry, because
Yeah,
that's
that
it's
turned
it's
out great, didn't it?
it's awesome. I just love it. I have it here, and it covers up
Uh,
the
You were one
thing.
of the you were one of the first to grab one.
Yeah, I love it. It was so much fun, and because I'm not, I was never not a scenery guy, and I was so afraid of. I see all the cool things you do, but I see also all the complex things in my eyes, complex things that you do, and I'm like, there's no way I'm never going to be able to do that. And then I started with the magnetic racing, a billboard, and then I did your control unit cover, and it turned out so good. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, I did this.
And you've
And then I
been
added a
now looking at the
podium, and
website and seeing what else they've got.
exactly, and I think that's an easy start. I mean, like, you can't get your poop chute. That would be good to have that as a as a kit.
Another a good tip is to have a look. They've got a section where it's for scratch builders, so you can buy just separate staircases, window frames, all
Yeah,
sorts of stuff like that, and you can create your own kind of structures. You
yeah.
don't just have to buy the kits.
No, that's true. But as a complete beginner, the kits are really. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a good
yeah,
start, and
definitely.
you can accomplish something pretty fast with very little
Yeah,
skills.
yeah. They look great. They're easy to put together. The
Yeah,
hardest part is just deciding your colours and how you're going to paint it. You sort of got to plan
exactly.
ahead.
Yeah.
All you got to have is a bit of patience. That's really the
Yeah,
key.
and a
I,
little bit of a creative idea on the
yeah.
color schemes and so forth.
The
So
first kits you get, you just dive in. You don't even paint them. It's like, oh, quick, let me
yeah,
build this, and then it's like, whoa, look at
you
that. And then a
just
month later,
pour a
you're
lot of
looking at it and you
glue and
think,
then
I
you.
should have painted that, shouldn't I? Ah.
But yeah, no, but and then I think you can evolve from there and start adding, different types of gravel, and if nothing else, if someone watching this, besides the good old friends, go back and watch the early Hughes Garage Slot Car Adventures videos. Start from the beginning and watching your journey. You learn a lot from there because you do so many things in
Well,
those videos.
yeah, it's me jumping into the hobby, thinking, oh, I'm
Yeah,
going to do some scenery, and I've really got no idea at that point. And
yeah,
I'm
but
learning along the way. I'm showing the mishaps, the mistakes, and
uh,
everyone can relate to that because we all make mistakes with what we're doing,
exactly. Yeah, and that's what I think is also the
and
good thing
that's
is that,
okay. That's fine.
yeah, it really is. Really, you can just play and have fun and enjoy it. And if something goes bad, redo it. You can always go back a couple of steps and redo whatever went wrong.
Exactly.
So, and not take it too serious. What is that? My next investment will be a new controller, Frankenslot. Yeah, so I haven't
Awesome.
dived into the. I know you have the wireless Frankenslots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely brilliant.
they
Can't
are. Yeah,
recommend it enough. I'd love to get another one. And what's
yeah.
interesting is I'm using the same Carrera wireless dongle that comes with the Carrera wireless controllers, and yet there's no latency delay with this one.
Which is strange. Yeah. Oh, we just got P&W. I saw P&W is here. Slot Car Dad. We were
Oh,
just
g'day,
talking about your
mate.
stickers in the beginning, Ryan.
Ryan's here.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, yeah. So the latency. Yeah, I can notice there's a latency on the wireless
Yeah.
Carrera ones. But
Now,
I
with
also
the
I have.
Carrera ones, they're fine for normal hobby type running the cars around that.
Yeah.
But when you're having a serious race where every, tenth of a second counts, you don't want
Yeah.
any latency.
Yeah. No. And I did one funny thing. Let's see if I can put this one back. I took my wireless and I 3D printed one of these things.
How did it work? Is it okay?
It is. So now it works with the pistol grip.
Well, that's good.
So
It gets the job done.
yeah.
And
So
it's
it's
red.
yeah, it's a thing that it's a guy called Greg Gob. In they have a worldwide slot chat on, I think it's on Wednesdays or something like that. And it's a Zoom call with a whole bunch of guys sitting there talking, and he does a lot of 3D printing things, and he shows them on that, and then he has a page on printables or Thingiverse or one of those 3D printing websites, and you can download the files for free, and you can print as many as you want.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that's very interesting that actually worked.
So yeah, so it's two pieces. It's like a two halves, and it snaps together. You have to take the little rubbery thing away from the controller.
And can you still change lanes? How do you?
Yeah, so you have your button here,
Oh, right. It's upwards facing.
right?
Gotcha. Yep.
So just hold it like this, and then you can
All right.
press like this, and
That's cool.
and you have access to the little button here to sync your remote to the track and so forth.
Now, in use, is it practical? Is it effective? Is it fatiguing? What do you think?
I love it.
What's your
I
thoughts?
love it because I like the pistol grip better than the thumb grip. I struggle with it.
So for people who have got those controllers and they haven't got the money to, like those Franken things are pretty pricey, this would be an excellent quick fix for a trigger type setup.
Yeah, and if you have a 3D printer, I think the plastic doesn't cost you like half a buck, and it's no cost at all, and simple to print. I use the cheapest plastic called PLA, nothing fancy, just cheap old filament, and it prints out in it's 4 pieces. The trigger is 1 piece, and then there's a little there's it's a pin that kind of holds these together.
Gotcha.
Really, really nice.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, people are inventing. But I was planning on doing a
Clever
video.
ones out there.
Yeah, I was planning on doing a fun video on the top 5 inventions that I would like to see for 2026.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I used the AI, as you remember. We talked about AI, and I asked him, so what would be like what kind of inventions could you see in the slot car industry? It came up with some hilarious suggestions. So I think that maybe I should do a video of how the future could look like for us. If AI
You don't want to give us a clue at what it came
well,
up with?
so for example, let's say you have a controller, you would have a display on the controller, right? And then you would get your telemetry data, like when when you're driving, when you have smart race, you have these smart connect stations, and you get to see. Imagine getting that on your controller, so you can
rather
see.
than trying to hold all these devices.
Yeah, no, it's
That'd
all
be a bit handier. You could point it at the car and it'd be right there, like a heads-up display. That's what you need, a heads-up display above the controller.
That's idea number 5, where you use VR glasses, and then you have augmented reality, where you can even have obstacles or hazards being part of the game when you play digitally. So we'll see. Maybe that's going to be a future video.
Interesting.
Or yeah, maybe we'll see. All right. Well, I want to thank you.
I meant to ask, tires. Yeah. What sort of tires are you putting on your cars to improve their performance?
Well, so I drive my cars. Most of my cars stock.
Yep.
Stock tires, and if I change to polyurethane.
Right.
Yeah, so I do polyurethane tires, and not I haven't gone over to silicon yet.
Yeah. Well, I still got quick slicks on my Carrera cars, but then I've got MJKs,
Yeah,
so they're not silicon, and they're great. Good Aussie brand. Paul Gauge. Have you
yeah, and I
tried
think those
those?
are polyurethane, right?
Yeah, try some of those. And as I showed before, with your Revo slots, try the Revo slot super grips.
Yeah, I'm gonna try those. Those are definitely. I'm gonna go and try them.
Pack of four, just that'll do two cars if they're the right size. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's, but I run. I true my tires, and I do whatever I can with my stock tires, and I run with those.
yeah,
Uh, and with the fly cars, I could not, because the fly car tires were pure garbage. So I bought
right.
a whole set of polyurethane with a brand called Ortmann. I think it's a German brand, not so kind of like your Paul Gauge or
Right.
similar. So polyurethane, uh, and so now
Mm.
they run much better. They're
It just makes it a bit more joyful. Before we
yeah, I
tried
mean,
tires, like the whole family was over it in about 10 minutes, and the truck ended up getting packed away for 6 months until I discovered you could actually get tires and change the tires. Oh, really? And that King of the Garage was the first try, and my God, it was like a religious experience. It was so
yeah.
good. It was so wow. Okay, let's build a table and get serious now.
Yeah, no, it makes a big difference, and that's why I run most my cars with magnets. If they come with magnets, they get to keep their magnets.
All
If I
right.
buy a car, it's magless. I don't buy magnets for it. I keep that one
Yep.
magless. But
Same.
most of my
Same.
cars are with magnets, because if you ever driven a Porsche, it does not fishtail. It sticks
Mm.
like a
Yeah.
iron on the road. It's just,
It's
it has
amazing.
the, even a standard Porsche, not a racing Porsche, but just the standard, it sticks. It has, like a stamp on the road. And having a
Yeah.
Porsche fishtailing, and drifting through curves with magless, no, they don't drive like that. So it's
No, they
not,
don't. No.
they're not realistic. It's not realistic. But if you have silicons and it sticks with that, so but no names, but there are people that they take out the magnets to get a more realistic driving, and then it's fishtails, and then they don't like that. They put silicons on them, and then it
Yeah.
behaves like it's driving with magnets. I said, why did you take the magnets out in the first place?
Yeah. It goes around and around. It's interesting.
Yeah.
But you're right. I remember having a ride in a 928S
Hmm.
turbo way back, and
Yeah.
when you take the corners, there's no movement. It's just
It's just it just goes.
like you're moving, the G
Yeah.
forces, and
Exactly.
then when you see a slot car going like this,
Yeah.
that's not how they go.
Yeah, no, that's it. Especially not if you're up in the GT40s or the hypercars or some of the racing cars.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a Formula One car? Yeah, maybe the old ones. The
Mm.
'60s.
Yeah. But they're all different experiences. They're all fun. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Doesn't
that's
matter
true.
what way you like to enjoy the hobby. I really enjoyed having a go on the wood routed tracks down in Melbourne.
Yeah,
It's a different beast to the Carrera experience, but it was great fun, very social. You know, got
and
all
then
those
I
lanes
think
to
that's the key
fill.
part. Yeah, the
Yeah,
social
and
part.
the weekend down there just flew by. We're having so much fun.
Yeah, that was just awesome. Is it a 1 year anniversary coming up soon?
Yeah, and I'm going back down to do. I'll be doing another video, number two, road trip two.
Yeah.
And we're going to try and do more tracks in 4 days this time. There's at
Oh, okay.
least six tracks I think we've got picked out.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll try to film a lot if my batteries hold up.
That's it. Yeah, that's going to be something to look forward to, because it's always
Yeah,
enjoyable when you guys are doing your videos and you have all the banter and
it
you
should be good.
yeah.
And sounds like someone was knocking on the door at 4 in the morning. No, no.
Okay.
Tapping on the
Kangaroo,
glass outside.
the kangaroo wants to come in for feeding now.
Yeah. Might be lizard. There's a big lizard in the yard living here. Big water dragon.
Yeah.
And
Oh, dang.
he's
They're
been
big.
away for the last through winter, and just yesterday he's re-emerged, and it's twice the size. It's like a crocodile now. It's huge.
That's scary. Like a Komodo dragon.
It's on its way. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah. That's what she said.
Yeah, I just checked to see if anyone had typed it. No, they disappointed me.
UC is on
No,
board here as well.
still not. They missed it.
Oh, yeah. No, we've been going on for over an hour and a half now.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Have you got
So,
any other questions on the list?
well, the one main thing I just want to thank you for your contributions to the hobby. I mean,
Well,
you
thanks.
yeah, I mean, your videos, your humor, and your personality is just. It's such a bright spot. I mean, it's just so much fun. It's
Excellent.
always you always get a laugh. Even when you're showing cat litter, we have an enjoyable time, right?
Yeah,
And you also you show your human side of the hobby where there are some mistakes here, and it's not that important. It doesn't have to be perfect,
no,
and when it gets perfect, that's awesome. It's a great celebration for when you get that
absolutely.
really nice car. But it's okay to fail every now and then because we all do that every now and then. But yeah,
It's a
so
learning process.
yeah, so thank you for getting me into the hobby and being such a great inspiration. Truly, it's been so inspiring to watch your videos, and I'm looking forward to see so much more.
Awesome.
And we'll have you back chit chatting about slot cars maybe later on maybe on a
Finishing the
more.
room. It's getting close.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's going to be exciting.
We were outside today getting the yard ready because it's spring down here now. And we actually just had a huge barbecue for the first time this year. It was awesome. And we've
Oh.
now got a fire pit, had a fire pit roaring outside. And I turned around and I had this all lit up and the curtains open from outside. It's the first time I've seen the room like that. It was like, whoa, all
That's
this
cool.
detail. It's funny how
I
we
wish I
get
had a room
immersed in
like
what
that.
I've never seen it from out there like that at night, but you get immersed in what you're doing and you know it from this perspective that you're seeing it every
Yeah.
time you're in here. And it was yeah, it kind of freaked me out a bit. Like, what?
Oh, that's just
And then my
awesome.
second thought was, geez, look at all that crap all over the table.
See,
Too much.
Fox and Wolves are firing up the griddle for some breakfast,
Yeah.
and
No, we had an
yeah,
awesome
firing up eggs and
barbecue, and
bacon.
we can't wait to have some more. So
Yeah,
yeah, well, thanks for that, Anders. This was a lot of fun. I hope you
that was
enjoyed yourself. And
yeah,
just
absolutely.
finishing off, guys, don't forget to check out the Aussie Slot Car Show live next Thursday night. And
Yeah.
between now and the end of the year, seriously, we have got some epic things happening, especially one, and I think you're all going to have your minds completely blown when we announce it. I
Oh,
desperately want to give a clue, but I can't
I got-
because we're 99% confirmed. I want 100% confirmation before we announce it, but oh my god.
Thursday evening Aussie time, Thursday midday. It's Thursday lunch European time, which would mean that's Thursday morning for the Americans. It's a good time. Everybody could see it. If Americans get up early, we for us it's the lunch time, and for you it's the evening. That's a
Yeah,
perfect time.
it's about 8 p.m. Yeah, it works out quite
Yeah.
well. All
Yeah, we're
right.
looking forward to that. But my recommendation, make it every Thursday. There's not enough of
Well,
you guys.
yeah,
One day.
we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody in the chat. I've been keeping my eyes on it on the side here. And thank you, Hughes Garage Slot Car Adventures. Thank you so much for coming here and joining us in this odd hours, and it's been a
Thanks,
pleasure, sir.
everyone.
It's been a
I
pleasure.
can go to sleep now.
Yeah, now you can go to sleep.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Now we wait. Bye bye. Where's the camera? Bye bye.
Bye.